up. Come on now, look. You know, it's amazing you can read the applause sign through the smog. Well, what is going on here tonight?
Oh.
Everybody is up. I don't want to, by the way, I don't want to influence you during the monologue, but our air conditioning system runs on laughter. I'll talk about why I sound a little nasal later. I wasn't here last night, and does it sound like I got a tumbleweed in my head? I can't. Did you see the latest survey? Los Angeles won another award. Yeah, they made a survey of all the cities in the United States that had the worst air. Number one. Yeah. The visibility in Los Angeles today was so low that the flashers on Hollywood Boulevard were handing out blueprints of themselves. Have you seen a sign at the border when you leave California? It says, do not back up. Severe lung damage. But you sound in a good mood for the heat. Now, I want you to know, I suffer in the heat just like the average person.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Really? Come on.
Yes. Today, the floating chair in my pool sank with a full pitcher of daiquiris. Have you ever heard that analogy? A doctor said once that living in Los Angeles is equivalent to smoking 2 packs of cigarettes a day. Yeah. How do you quit breathing cold turkey? I wasn't here last night. What happened to Doc?
Doc went away.
You say that like he died or something. Doc went away. I mean,
No, he went to Atlantic City.
oh, that's right. He's working down at the Sands Hotel. Tommy knows him as you know Tom. Well, maybe you don't know Tom. Tom is a wonderful musician, but naive is the word. He enrolled in the Jack LaLanne health spas so he'd meet Victoria Principal. I shouldn't kid him. It's not fair because he had a very tragic, lonely childhood. When Tommy's a little boy, he didn't have a friend to play with on the seesaw, and he had to keep running from end to end. In their burgers. There may be some truth in that. I stopped at one of those places today, and my patty ate the lettuce. Do you want to hear the results of a strange poll that they made in this country among high school students? High school students in this country were asked to name the people they admired the most. Who do you think won?
Johnny Carson.
No. The stars of the Dukes of Hazzard. They beat out the Pope. Do you believe that? That wasn't so bad, but Laverne and Shirley beat out Mother Teresa. Abe Lincoln came in pretty well with a poll of teenagers. He came in between E.T. and the Go-Go's. What else is in the news? Those of you in California know that we produce a lot of wine in California. Who do you think is going in the wine business? Walt Disney Productions is going into the wine business in Northern California. Now, I don't know about you, but I would not like to go into a restaurant and order a Chateau Goofy 69. Okay, anyway, tonight we have Mr. Robin Williams is here tonight. Certifiably crazy man, right? Robin. And Albert Haig is here from Fame. And we have... As if you don't see enough commercials of our own, we have some foreign commercials for you tonight.
Classic.
Around the other country. What? But stay where you are, and we'll be back in just a minute. We'll be right back. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Tommy. We are back. There you are.
Well, he's cruel, isn't he?
You know, I really do hate to miss a show. We were going on vacation, and I was back one day, and all of a sudden the thing hit you. When it hit you, it hit you.
Tuesday, you were in a great mood. You were chipper. Everything was
I think it was that, what they call a 24-hour, you know, where your stomach all of a sudden starts doing...
the wheels fall off.
Yeah, and you just go... So I got a kind of head full of... So if I sound strange, you'll know what I'm talking about. And I'm blabbing a lot tonight, aren't I? I must read you this. I've had this on my desk for some time. It's from the Republican Presidential Task Force. Now, any of you who donated to any of the candidates for the last presidential election know that once you donate, you get on a computer mailing list that will follow you to the grave.
And beyond.
Your name goes into a giant computer. Now, during the last presidential election, I donated money to several candidates of both parties, you know, just to keep the political process alive without endorsing any particular candidate. And ever since then, I have been getting letters from various committees and from the president. Now, of course, the president doesn't know. It's a facsimile signature, but it's sent out over his name. Let me show you what's wrong with the country and why we're in trouble, folks, and why computers are going to do us all in. I have a production company, as you know, Carson Productions, Inc., INC, period, Incorporated. Somehow that got in their computer. Dear Mr. Inc., I want you to see this. INC, period. That they think my name is Inc. This is a letter from the president, over his signature.
Yeah. To Mr. Inc.
Yeah. See that? Dear Mr. Inc., as your president, I'm calling upon you to make a most unusual sacrifice. How it goes on and so forth and so on. What they're really trying to do is to give money to the various Republicans and so forth. But right in the middle, you know these letters where they kind of leave a blank to put your name, which is stamped in there.
Yeah.
The letter goes on for a whole paragraph, and I must ask you to sacrifice for your country in order to keep our Republican majority status in the Senate. For this reason, Mr. Inc., I am personally inviting you to become a member of the Republican Presidential Task Force, and it goes on and on. But isn't that hysterical? Now, my name is in that computer.
That's Mr. Inc.
And for the rest of my life, I'm going to get letters to Mr. Inc.
Right. Mr. Inc. should send something.
Kind of a real personal letter. But that's the trouble. Yeah. That's the trouble with computers. Do you ever get a misstatement from a department store and try to call up and get it rectified? It is almost impossible because the computer says you have done this, and a human being says, no, the computer says that.
Remember that great story about 5 or 6 years ago? I told you the fact that a computer was calling a telephone line, making a call, and at the other end, a computer was saying, I'm sorry, we cannot accept that call at this time. And that went on for months.
And the computer was answering
calling another computer, and the computer was refusing to call.
I hate those things. Yeah. It's like those answering machines you get. You know, you'll have 20 seconds. Yeah. Start your message at the type. And I call and I start talking like a machine. This is Mr. Carson's machine. How many of you have been to see E.T.? I haven't seen it yet.
Oh, I saw it. Okay. It's the greatest motion picture ever made.
I hear it's a wonderful picture for all ages, children, adults, and so forth. People come out and say they're crying. And
bring a lot of Kleenex.
I do not know Steven Spielberg, but the man has to be some kind of a motion picture genius because in the past few years he has done Jaws, Close Encounters of the Third Kind, Poltergeist, Raiders of the Lost Ark, and E.T.
Did you hear what those 3 films grossed last weekend?
Well, let me show you. Yeah. We had some figures here. Poltergeist has made $47 million so far. Star Trek II, $64 million. These are some of the films. The box. You think the economy's in trouble? People are going to the movies. Rocky III made $86 million. E.T. has already made $130 million. And Raiders of the Lost Ark was re-released this summer and has taken in a total of $214 million. So people are going out. I think when the economy gets this way, people say, hey, this may be the last dance.
That's right.
Let's go see a movie before everything, it's all over. There are a lot of other movies coming out this year that have not received this kind of publicity, and the studios were kind enough to send us over a list.
A what?
What? What did I say? A whist?
A list.
A list of their...
A list.
A list of their upcoming films.
Now, are these blockbusters or are these not?
They don't know since they're not released yet.
Oh,
but
I
it's
see.
showing you they're trying to capitalize on what's going on. Why did you ask that?
I just want to clarify this piece of business here.
All right. From one of the studios, it's a warm, sentimental drama about Jimmy Hoffa's twilight years called Under Golden Pond. That could play well. You know, the electronic games are very big. Here's a biggie about the exploits of a call girl who works out of a video arcade. It's called A Fistful of Quarters. New adventure film. Those are very big. This one's coming as about a veterinarian who journeys to Egypt, where he neuters a herd of camels. And this is called Spares of the Lost Ark. Here's one you gotta see. It's about a macho cult member who bums money off people at an airport using a .44 Magnum. It's called Dirty Harry Krishna. You know, they're doing a remake of the famous musical. Probably you don't know this. Seven Brides for Seven Brothers.
Really?
Uh-huh. This one was filmed up in San Francisco called Seven Brothers for Seven Brothers. From the producers... Excuse me, excuse me, I hate to sniffle. What do you do? I don't want to blow my nose in front of...
Everybody will turn their head.
No,
You blow your nose.
Just one second.
Turn. Everybody turn.
Hi. What a crass show this is. What was I talking about? Oh, from the producers. Of The Three Faces of Eve comes the stirring drama about a topless dancer who lives near the Diablo Canyon nuclear reactor called The Three Boobs of Eileen. Disney got a new picture coming up in the Disney studios about a cute little bunch of squirrels who race each other across an interstate highway but get flattened by a semi called Chariots of Fur. Here's a sci-fi flick, a very big science fiction, about a group of American scientists at the North Pole who were terrorized by a giant raisin. It's called The Shrivel Thing. Here's a movie about an auto mechanics groupie who likes to get lucky under jacked up cars called Looking for Mr. Goodwrench. There's a film coming out, a steamy drama filled with power, lust, and drugs. It's called I Was a Teenage Congressional Page. And from the makers of E.T. comes the touching story of a cute little alien who travels 300 million light years to Earth and lands at the Los Angeles Free Clinic. It's called ETVD. Robin Williams is here tonight with Albert Hagen. We'll be back in a moment. And some commercials. Thank you, Tom. Okay, we have a few commercials for you. We have some commercials for you tonight. Don't run away. These are commercials from another country. We have some from tonight from Sweden, England, France, and Germany. You've been in England, of course, before. In English television, the advertisers did not buy particular shows. They buy time, and the stations there, ITV, just puts the commercials all together. So you'll be seeing a show, and all of a sudden there'll be a spot, and you'll see 5 or 6 commercials all at once, and that's it. The advertisers apparently have no say-so as to where they'll be programmed. Some of them are very good. We have them on, well, they're self-explanatory, I guess. First one is from Sweden, England, and Sweden again. So we want to thank also the N. Lee Lacey Associates International for sending these over. Watch how commercials are done in other countries. Watch the monitor. First one's called The Boat. Sooner or later, you'll need insurance. Here's another one from Sweden. What are they selling? Here's one from England.
It's too small, love.
No, what is it, Whiskers?
We'll see. You call him in and I'll finish getting his Felix ready. Them teeny little chunks. Just right for his dear little mouth. Ready, Bert?
Felix, what?
Felix, now in smaller chunks.
Okay, the last one from Sweden. Wonderful. Those are great. Thanks, Pete. Thank you, Peter. Those are great. From N. Lee Lacey Associates, we thank him again. We'll be right back with Robin Williams and Albert Haig. Okay. Robin Williams is here tonight. He is truly uniquely gifted. He doesn't work like anybody else. And he's starring in a new motion picture called The World According to Garp, based on the best-selling novel. Opens tomorrow, I guess, around the country or here in town, or do you know?
I don't know. We'll ask him. He'll know. Might be a good idea for your opening question. Just kind of get it rolling.
He's been performing in concert around the country. I suppose you knew that, didn't you? And he'll be at the Universal Amphitheater in Hollywood August 15th and 16th. Would you welcome Robin Williams? God, it's a miracle.
Hey, come home, Mama. It's a miracle. I'm on TV again. You shine.
And you're walking again, aren't you?
Believe there is a movement going. A new movie, Altered Suits. A Jewish man takes suit and buys retail. Here are the outtakes. No, wait, it fits. It doesn't. It fits. It doesn't. We're off and running already.
Oh, well, yes.
Yeah, oh, boy.
ET phone box office. Yeah. That's a nice little character, isn't it?
I saw that and I saw people look like mafia hitmen going, "Don't you die! Don't let that little sucker die! Shut up! No, don't die!"
I hear it's a great picture.
Oh, it's wonderful.
Great
It's like
picture.
the Wizard of Oz with Dorothy as Gumby.
Yeah. Did you cry?
Oh, very much so.
People said they cried. They got a
yeah.
picture crying.
It's making so much money.
Oh, I have a big opening question. When does the world of Garp open all around the country?
I think so. You have to ask Ed when it opens.
It's the fountain of knowledge over here. Yeah. He's a real rock when you go for the facts. Yeah. But you don't know exactly.
I think it opens Friday. I'll be
Friday.
out of the country. I'll be going. I leave when films open up so you can wait and go, did they like it? I come back to America.
Yeah, really? We had trouble finding you today. Somebody told me you were hiding out somewhere in Topanga Canyon in a lean-to or something. What is that?
I live up there. It's a wonderful
you live
place.
there?
It's kind of like the place that, well, people still live in the 60s up there. People, Rollin, how you doing? Fermi, do you know what year it is? There are lots of guys up there just kind of like, wow, Nixon, he's gone, man. Oh. For sure. A lot of people running around with one wheel in the sand if you catch it. Hey, did you see the eclipse? Yeah. Wasn't it incredible?
Yeah, no,
I'm not supposed to look at it. I know.
No, man, I was out of town. I didn't see it.
A lot of guys surfing on the highway going, God, no ways. I'm going to catch a Peterbilt to San Diego.
Isn't Topanga Canyon where they had that kind of freewheeling, very open...
Oh, the human car wash. Yeah.
Well, something like that, yes.
That place where you walk in and bob for dimples? People come in, can I take your coat? And, no, I just need my coat. Two-piece outfit, socks, wonderful, people wondering. We haven't even mentioned the place because you can't come in anymore. No.
I think it's closed anyway.
I think, yeah, health wrong. It's so nice to walk in the bathroom and have little herpes molecules going, how you doing? Alien!
Well, it's nice to see you've calmed down. Yeah.
Yes, the world has affected me differently.
Are you, you haven't, you go to the Improv occasionally, go to the Comedy Store and break in material, but you used to do stand-up frequently, but it's been a while since you had the Mork and Mindy show that you really...
I'm off now. ABC said Mork this, and I took a hike. It's so sad. It's so hard to go around like, excuse me, sir, can you spare $40,000 a week? I can't make the payments on the condo. I'm out of Dom Perignon. Oh, some guy, you ain't laughing. One thing I want to find out where that little sucker Nielsen lives.
Yeah. One guy.
One little guy that goes, I'll give that to 32, sure. I can't dance to that one. Get it off here. Oh, yeah. I miss it, though.
Yeah, do you miss doing that weekly?
Yeah, it was fun,
You were
John.
very good at it. Yeah, Johnny Winters in there the last season. You worked...
Pam?
Yeah, he's been one of your favorites. I mean, you were influenced by John, like a lot of people were.
Yeah, and he always had that when he looked at me and go, and they put me away?
Oh, yeah.
He used to be, oh, God.
Did you know John in the real early days?
In the early days of...
Yeah.
The rubber mansion?
Yes.
No. He talks about a character. He has one wonderful character, does the guy that used to be his roommate going, John, are you awake? He said he'd be just lying there going, yeah, I am. I feel like Flipper again, like... How you doing? Is there some radioactive material here I don't know about?
You ever go back to San Francisco? That's where you hung out a lot?
Oh, San Francisco, where God Save the Queen has a different meaning.
The
only place... That's a wonderful city. The only place in the world to have real drag races. Two men going, what are you wearing? I don't know what you're wearing. Even the police in San Francisco are wonderful. You get stopped by the police, they pull you over and go, search me, I might have a gun.
Stop and frisk laws a way of life. Yeah.
They stop you for, look at that shirt. Take that off. Fashion risk. 2 points. Get out of the car. They have a new drunk driving test in San Francisco. Oh, be careful. I shouldn't.
Oh, no. All right.
People go, hey, Mr. Williams, don't be doing that now. Yeah. I'm sorry, Mr. DeCour, but I didn't mean to.
What is it?
Right now he's going, wrap it up.
What is the test?
It's a real simple one, basically. It's a simple one. Can I move over here just a second?
Certainly.
The mic follows you. There's a guy over there going, only 5 feet, idiot. It's a real simple one. If you've been drinking, be careful. They have a quick test for you, too. If you've been smoking a little something, they always go behind you. Get in the car. Okay, but a simple thing like this. It's a drunk driving test. So I always feel when I get up, I feel like Richard Simmons. I feel like... You call those breasts? Richard Simmons is so cruel to women, though. You call those breasts? I've seen better lumps than oatmeal. Let's go. Put them together, make one good one, honey. Let's go. You can imagine him with Custer. Imagine Richard Simmons with Custer going, oh, honey, that wig's coming off anyway. Let's go. Opening number for the Indians, pasties and tomahawks only. Let's go. Here's your choreography. First of all, let's shoot, scalp, shoot.
What's the test?
It's a test. Right. It's a simple one. You know, they usually have this thing. You can blow up the balloon, and unless, of course, you're F. Lee Bailey, who blows up the balloon and goes, hey, over here. But you have the special drunk driving test. It's a very simple one. They make you close your eyes like this. There's the only thing that you start off like this. It's like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And fussy, fussy 1, fussy, fussy 2, 4, 4, West Side Story.
The Bob Fosse drunk driver test. You're a man. Take a break. We'll be back. Yes. One time. All right, we are back. Oh, wow, very good.
Yeah. Down a quart.
Anyway, The World According to Garp opens tomorrow. Somewhere.
Yes.
All right. Out here, I would assume.
I hope.
The book was kind of intellectual. It's a special book.
It's our book.
Did you like doing it? Or was it?
It was a wonderful experience.
Yeah.
It wouldn't let me. I couldn't do it what I do here because I really had to. It's the first day I tried to improvise. I was near the end of the day, and I thought, "Oh, I'll sneak one in now." It was like the end of the day, and George Hill doesn't. If he doesn't like something, doesn't say anything. He just makes a weasel face. He go. And I snuck in the improvisation. He went, "That's a wrap." I said, "Okay." Points me.
In other words, they wanted to
Yeah,
say.
it's like it was very grounded.
We have as they say, a film clip.
Really?
Yes.
Oh.
Surprise, surprise.
Gosh, Mr. Warner, thank you.
And the usual question you ask a guest is, does this need any setting up? I mean, is it a particular scene that the audience should...
No, I think it's self-explanatory.
Self-explanatory?
I hope. I've learned that word. I'm using multiple syllable words now, Mr. Hausman.
We've earned it. Think he's ever going to go back to acting? I mean, he's selling cars and Puritan Oil and...
He's wonderful. He's an elegant man.
Okay, this is a little film clip from The World According to Garp, starring this fella right here.
We don't usually find homes quite this lovely in this quiet a location. Isn't this nice? Isn't this a beautiful street? Yeah. And my firm will even finance the mortgage.
Well, my mother's paying for it. She's become a firm these days. Well, what do you think, Helen? Is it a home?
It's close to the college where I'll be teaching.
Yeah, close to the supermarket where I'll be shopping.
Just like our house. I work and my husband putters around the house.
My husband doesn't putter. He's a writer. His novel was just published, Procrastination by T.S. Garp.
T.S. Garp? Not the bastard son of Jenny Fields. Oh, I loved your mother's book. Loved it. Oh, I keep buying them and my husband keeps burning them. Oh, and you write too. Isn't that nice? You must be so proud of your mother.
Oh, I'm very, very proud of Mom.
Folks all right down there?
Yeah, I'm okay. We're all right. But are you all right?
Oh, I'm fine. Do you mind if I use your phone?
We'll take the house.
Garp.
Honey, the chances of another plane hitting this house are astronomical. So it's been pre-disastered. We're going to be safe here.
Mind if I use your phone?
That's him. That's George Hill,
Probabilities of two planes hitting the same house.
Oh, heck.
Yeah.
It's like getting 2 checks from David Beagleman right now. People are like,
I get the feeling you probably felt more subdued. You really wanted to, at times, didn't you?
yeah, to play. I really wanted, but I couldn't. It's the type of party. He's a very, very straight man. Very straight ahead. And the things that are funny that happen to him like that, he takes very seriously.
Yeah.
He's a bizarre man. But it was wonderful to do. I really helped.
Yeah.
Found I had wonderful scenes in there.
Did you see your folks often?
Yeah, Mom, Pop. Oh, it's great.
Yeah.
To call home sometimes and go, Mom? Hi, it's Robin. Williams. It's incredible. She's wonderful.
Is Robin your given name, or is it short for Robert, or?
Chunk Lumpy. No. That's my real name, yeah. It's so hard to get through high school with that name. How you doing, Bird?
Yeah, kids are cruel.
But I go back home a lot to San Francisco, and I live up in Napa now. I have a ranch up there.
Yeah.
A beef jerky ranch, which is so hard. Yeah. Just to wait till the cows get so old. And I go,
And then hang them up and let them dry out, yeah.
It's so hard to stuff them in those little jars, too.
They don't like that.
Yeah, we have a Gestalt cattle ranch. You know, how do you herd them? Just let them graze where the energy's right, you know?
They'll find out,
yeah. Really, they'll deal with it. Hell. For sure.
Okay. What is it, Fred?
We should go to commercial.
Yeah.
Then we'll chat, and I'll take your advice.
Uh-oh.
Oh, that could be trouble.
Uh-oh, yes.
Yes. All right.
What was that? Some illicit photos.
That'd be fun, don't worry.
Okay. Okay.
Right now, people in the back are going, is the Inquirer here?
We'll do this, and we'll be back, and we'll have some advice. Okay, we're back. With Robin Williams. You're crazy.
It's a living.
Fun to have you here. You're really crazy. You get a lot of your material. I know other things are going on in the news. I was out of the country when Haig disappeared. And
Alexander.
Yeah.
Strange. Him when he was dealing with the Falkland Islands.
Yeah, that's...
Every time they had the news broadcast about the Falkland Islands, it sounds somewhere off the coast of Brooklyn. Where are you going? The Falkland Islands. Where's the Falkland Islands? What do you say? Hey, welcome to Falkland Islands. What's your alphabet? Falcon, eh?
I like it on television. They played it like a football game.
Oh, it was. It was like ABC's Wide World of War.
They had a chart here that says, and they had these admirals coming in saying, now, if I was doing this...
I expected to see Cosell going, an incredible performance by the Royal Marine. So hard, all those Argentinian war brides coming home. Now, what's your name? Little children running around Argentina go, are you my dad? Look at the good side, though, Thomas. You'll never need a sweater. Wasn't it incredible? Alexander Haig, they sent him down to negotiate the peace. It was like having Charles Manson as a male nurse. And Julia, Margaret Thatcher, she always reminds me of Julia Childs on...
Yeah.
She looks like she just smelled something awful, like... But they won. And Alexander's gone so sad he'll be on late night TV. Come on now. If you want a better deal, go see Al. We've got missiles. Look at this. We got missiles over here. Come on. You want to look? We've got cruise missiles. Yes. Ooh la la, ba boom. I expect to see him. Oh.
How about the guy sneaking into the Queen's bedroom? Can you see somebody sneaking into the White House?
He was there for 20 minutes. I imagine she was sitting in the bedroom going, very nice to have you here. Somewhere down below in the security room, this guy, it's the Queen's bedroom again. Oh, it was fun.
Apparently nobody would. She was pressing the buzzer and nobody
came.
Nobody reacted.
She wants tea. Oh, that's the red alert. Security has to take care of that one.
Don't you wonder what they were talking about for 10 minutes in there?
I don't know. He said, you look very, he probably said, my brother's a queen too. Well, wonderful. It's wonderful. I mean, he was there for 20, she dealt with him very elegantly. And finally, when he said, may I have a cigarette? Yes, that'd be wonderful. Would you mind if several Royal Marines brought it up? Would you mind if the SAS brought in the tea? No. Tea's right there. Oh, April Fool.
You know, all they charged him with was stealing a half a bottle of wine.
Really?
Yeah, apparently he'd been there before.
But the wine was from the 15th century.
That's right. Is that
Open it up and Henry VIII.
What are you going to do now? You finish the movie?
Yeah, I guess I'll go back to selling vibrators door to door. Pardon me, madam, have you seen these attachments? Don't slam the door, wham, all!
The demos are half the fun, yeah.
Demo. Let me show you this lovely thing from Black & Decker. And this new model from Mattel.
We're talking sanding.
Honey, I'm home.
I always figure sometime in a divorce they're going to sue the ever-ready battery company as a correspondent or something.
Delco as a participant. Oh, FUD syndrome struck again. I don't know what I'm going to do next, I guess.
Make sure. Are you going to go on vacation now? Just do nothing. Can you do that for very long?
I'll go wait till I think I'll go to England, and then if they'll let me in after what I just said.
Yes.
Hello, Mr. Williams. Thank you. You'll be staying underground for a few days.
Tower of London.
Tower of London. This is a lovely chamber. Here are the other guests with you.